Biqtch Puddin, and we have a very special guest today on my channel, my mother! She's here, finally! And today on Biqtchin Transformations, we're gonna be putting her into drag for the very first time. You've never been in drag, right?
No.
Have you always wanted to try?
Yes.
Wait, do you have any expectations on the makeup today?
Ooh, I do. Eyelashes. I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I can't do them.
Take off your everyday mug and then we'll start fresh. But first, make sure you like and subscribe. First things first is skincare. It's gonna look like you had a good time with somebody like Dad, but that's not what we're fantasy or something.
Wait, I'm still having a good time with Dad.
We put on a moisturizer, just something to treat your face nice, get it ready for the makeup. Now I'm gonna go in with a silicone-based primer, so it helps the foundation stick to your face and have long-lasting wear. Well, we're doing drag today, so we're gonna be doing a lot more than you usually do. You could use like any concealer.
You were a very sweet baby.
I was the first.
Yeah, I was the first.
And I had really bad sinus problems. My nose was smelling funky and it just was always leaking or stuffed up and it was bad. So we went in and I had surgery. And they found like a piece of
paper.
I sniffed, I guess, the Kleenex into my nose. And beforehand, I had to take all this crazy medicine just to go sleep because they had to put me under.
I said, if you take this, I will get your hamster. Comes back from surgery, he wakes up and the first thing he says is, I'm gonna name my hamster Charlie. We ended up getting not one, but 2 hamsters. So that night, Biqtch's dad was on the ship and he couldn't come home for dinner. So we were gonna go have dinner with him. And all of a sudden I turn around and the kids had let out both hamsters in like the officers' like eating area where every piece of furniture is bolted to the wall. So behind the couch, there's just this little space. And of course, they're both in the middle, so we can't get them. The other Navy sailors that were in the room with us, we're all like trying to get these hamsters out, and they're like getting a broom handle just to nudge them out and stuff. And at that point, my husband walks in, and it was like, I didn't know we were getting hamsters. I didn't know you were bringing them today.
You were pregnant with me, he got stationed out, right? So he's gone.
Yep.
And you didn't have money because his account wasn't hooked up with yours, right?
Yeah, so that was back in the day when like the ATM cards had just come out. I go to pull out money and it tells me that I can't and it eats my card. Whoa, that didn't go well. So I go inside and evidently the paperwork never went through that we were married and I'm not on any of his accounts and I have access to 0 money and he's gone for 6 weeks.
So then you have to get a little waitressing job.
Yeah, I had to get a little job. And then he calls me like 3 weeks later, drunk as hell from like Puerto Rico or something. Oh, baby, I love you. I thought, oh, now is not the time. Now is not the time. I am just gonna wring your neck. I said, did you know that the bank did not put my name on the account and I can't use it? Oh, honey, you're so beautiful. I miss you. I said, did you hear what I said? I have no money. Do you have money for the next drink you're gonna get? Because you certainly didn't have it with me when we met. Ooh, touched a nerve.
You didn't know I was gay the whole time I was growing up, did you?
I did not. You had a girlfriend for a while.
Okay, that's me trying to play the role. But you would always have conversations with me like, baby, it's okay if you are. So I thought you knew. Like, I thought you knew, but you didn't.
Oh, the first time you came downstairs with red high heels on.
Oh, y'all were not taking me that day. You were not handling me that day. You were mad. And all I had on, I wore tank top, ripped jeans, and I had red shoes on,
red
heels.
Stilettos. Oh yeah, we were still processing the gay thing. And then you threw like the drag queen thing on top of it.
When I came out, I was like, I'm super villain gay. Now I'm making the lines darker. Before you judge me, I do brows bad. But how I fix them is that I clean them up. So I just kind of get like the top part regular, and then I take the concealer underneath and I clean them up that way. What eyeshadow you want?
I like pink.
Pink?
That's pink.
This is Pat McGrath. Do you remember when I came out?
Yes.
Well, I called you when I was in college. I was like, hey, there's something I want to tell you in person. She just looks at me dead ass and she goes,
what, you're gay? Yes.
And then I start crying. And you're like, oh, like, baby, you're gay?
Oh, honey. You know. So then naturally, we were supportive.
And Dad came up to you and was like, what's wrong? Because he's very like military and matter of fact. And Dad thought I came out in high school, because there's a kid on my soccer team that came out, and I was shocked because A, he never tried nothing with me. B, I was like pissed because like I wish I could have confided with someone early. I would have came out earlier if I could have confided.
Yeah, I don't think you had like a buddy.
I know. Here's the kicker. Dad thought I came out in high school when that kid on the soccer team did, and he thought I told you. I didn't tell him, so his feelings were hurt.
As a parent, you have a lot of questions.
Honestly, wasn't a lot of things in media that was positive about gay people. Like, you knew Ellen was. This is before she was on TV every morning. Lady Gaga is singing about Born This Way, but that's it. Like, there was nothing.
Nothing. Or Katy Perry was like, I kissed a girl and I liked it. He said to me, he goes, Mom, I fought it for a long time. He goes, I really didn't want to be gay, because he knew what that meant, that his life and his lifestyle was going to be a little bit more bumpy than if he was a straight human being.
But also fun.
But
So my mom used to pick me up randomly. And she'd like, oh, he got a doctor's appointment. We would not go on a doctor's appointment. We would go get like Taco Bell and then go do something, or the movie.
Once a month I did it with each kid.
This time you wouldn't tell me where we were going. There was all this traffic getting to where we're going, and then we finally get to the place and all these cars are parked. I've never seen so many cars parked outside of something. We go into this huge building. You talk to somebody, you come back, then you have me go into this room that's very dark and everyone's sitting down. I'm like, what is this? And all of a sudden, the lights come on and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers backflip onto the stage. And she took me to the live action show of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, which I don't think you know this, but I watched Power Rangers every day growing up. I'll never forget like that childhood moment that you took me to, because it was really like, it was cool. Like it was cool. I was a receptionist at the salon. It was your 40th birthday and Janet Jackson was coming into town. Yep. And I called you and I said, what are you doing for your birthday? And she's like, oh, Dad's gonna make dinner, you're coming home soon. I'm like, nope. Dad's ordering pizza. Your ass is coming to the salon. I have tickets to see Janet Jackson tonight. You're having your hair done, we're gonna go.
Yes.
Like, we got lawn seats because I was broke bitch. All of a sudden these gaggle of guys look at us and Mom goes, see, I still got it.
I still got it.
I still got it. And I look at these men and I'm like, no, I look like a knockoff Macaulay Culkin that hasn't done stuff yet. They want this. They're gay men here to see, a gaggle of men here to see Janet Jackson. They're not straight.
I thought I still had it.
But they got into the restroom and they came over to me. I'm like, I'm here with my mother. And they're like, okay. I probably should have just gotten one of their numbers, but I was a young gay at the time and not as risk-taking as I am.
Risk-taking.
Woo! We got your eyes done. Now we're gonna do lashes.
Ooh, okay, all right. Now somebody's coming to the party. Let's go.
What you wanted to do.
Let's go.
So let's just say someone's watching this and they have a new child that's come out and been honest with themselves. What's your recommended advice for them?
You just love them even more. I would never disown my children, ever. And I am so sorry if your parents have done this to you. I love you.
I love you more. We're getting nails off to get this shit done because I can't get in there. Now we're gonna do mascara because mascara is important, okay? If you don't do mascara, you're doing shit wrong and you need help. Okay, now we're gonna contour.
Austin's 23 months younger than Steve.
He was always bullied because I was effeminate and stuff.
Yeah, it's not like he was mean about it, but I don't think he wanted to he just didn't want to talk about it. Katie was fine.
Well, no, Katie was cute. So we didn't tell Katie right away. And then a couple months later, I started dating somebody. My sister goes, Mommy, I have a question. Why doesn't Stevie have a girlfriend? And she goes, you know how boys like girls and girls like boys? And she goes, yeah. And you go, well, sometimes boys like boys and girls like girls, and that's okay too. And Steven likes boys. That's Steven's boyfriend. And then she starts to cry. And my mom goes, baby, why are you crying? She goes, does this mean I won't be an aunt? I love how my sister's biggest thing was the fact that she'd be worried that I couldn't have kids, because you know I really do want kids, and that was her thing that she was worried about. So we're gonna wet the face.
Jesus Christ. Grandma was totally fine with it. My dad's fine with it. Your dad's father won't talk about it.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Just one out of the bunch. Now I'm lucky to have as much support as I do. Look, little Miss Puddin.
Like a little Miss Puddin. No,
Little
you
Miss
stick it on my nose.
Well, you gotta get underneath there.
Why?
Because you gotta make sure it's contoured. This is drag, baby. You get underneath the osher.
What?
Yeah.
No. Keep making that up.
I'm not making this up. You gotta get the nose. It's like a liquid eyeshadow.
Oh, cool.
But it's shiny, and we're gonna get it up here and like the light reflect off.
Wonderful. Let's do that.
Turn like that. See that shine? I need your lips out. Just open your mouth. I'm gonna brush your teeth with it. I don't know what y'all think. Is this symmetrical? This is the same product we use up here. We're just adding to the lips to give a little bit more gloss. Yeah, there we go. Now we gotta put a wig on you. What color wig do you want?
Blonde.
You want blonde?
Yes.
Okay. And this is Mama Puddin! Where do you think you're gonna go in this look?
Well, you know, first I gotta go to the Piggly Wiggly because your dad's out of something. So I gotta go pick that up. Then I gotta go by CVS and get your prescription. And
Okay.
get baby girl's rash cream.
Baby girl's rash cream!
Yeah, baby girl has rash. She needs some rash cream. Gotta go pick that up. And so by then, probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I don't see why we couldn't just start at one of the hotel bars and just keep going from there. I mean,
Okay.
Tumbling
What you
it up.
drinking? What you drinking in this look?
Oh, I'll start with a Cosmo, and then I'm broke. So then we slide down to the Miller Lite and just stay there. So if you didn't catch me drinking the Cosmo,
You're at the Miller Lite.
now I'm down in the Miller Lite section
Okay.
with my people.
Well, it's been fun. I just want to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe here on my channel. And if you want more Mama Puddin, let me know in the comments below.
Oh,
It's been such a pleasure having you here.
I want to come back and see y'all.
I want you to just live here.
You just need to find out what happens after the Miller Lite.
Yeah.